Mogul Motivation, empowering and inspiring entrepreneurs and dream chasers worldwide, 1 week at a time. Presented by True Stories Media. And I am your host, Antoine Twiz Taylor.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Mogul Motivation. Welcome back. I'm happy that you are here. If this is your first time listening, this podcast is for the aspiring entrepreneur trying to get over that hump and make things happen. This podcast is for anybody with a dream that wants to go forward and accomplish that dream. Now, this is episode 401, and for the past 400 Wednesdays, I have always done an episode of Mogul Motivation. Wednesday is historically known as Hump Day. They call it Hump Day because it's finally getting over that hump in the week, okay? So you're going from the beginning of the week to the latter half of the week, and you're getting closer to the weekend. That's why they call Wednesday Hump Day. Now, we all have hump days in our lives. We all have hump days in our careers. And to further explain this point, I'm going to use two of the greatest athletes of our generation of all time, Michael Jordan and Serena Williams. You see, these two athletes are great because they had that undeniable thirst to win, right? They had that hunger for more. They always wanted to win, but they had humps in their lives. And some of the biggest humps in their lives was in their own families. And now, I don't use this word hump in a negative connotation. It's just the truth. It was an obstacle between them and becoming the greatest. These humps were their siblings. You see, growing up, Michael Jordan wasn't the best basketball player in his family. His older brother, Larry, was the best basketball player in his family. So every day growing up, as a young kid, as a high school kid, you are always looking at your big brother as the greatest basketball player in your life. So how do I become the greatest basketball player in my life? I got to be better than my brother. Same thing with Serena Williams. Her entire world, the greatest tennis player she has ever witnessed was Venus Williams, her older sister. How do you become the greatest in your life? You have to be better than the greatest in your world, which is your older sister. So every single day, Venus Williams was beating her. Every single day, no matter what she did, she could not beat Venus Williams. Every single day, no matter what Michael Jordan did, he could not beat his older brother Larry. These were the humps in their lives. So what happens when they finally got over that hump? When Serena finally beat Venus, when Michael finally beat Larry, they overcame them humps, and they then in turn became the greatest players in their families, and not only their families, but they became the greatest in their world. To take it a step further, even with the Chicago Bulls could not get past the Detroit Pistons. The Detroit Pistons was beating them every single year, sweeping them, beating them 4-1, 4-2, 4-3. They could not get past the Detroit Pistons. And when they finally beat the Detroit Pistons, they celebrated like it was the championship. If you look at the documentary The Last Dance, you look at the team playing, Jerry Krause, Scottie Pippen, Michael Jordan, the entire team was celebrating after they finally beat the Detroit Pistons in the Eastern Conference Finals in 1991 like it was the championship. But it wasn't the championship, but they were celebrating like that because that was their hump to get into the finals. And when they finally defeated the Pistons, what did they do? They went on to win 3 straight NBA championships. And then what did they do after that? They won 3 straight more NBA championships 2 years later. Once you get over that hump in your life, ladies and gentlemen, there is nothing that's going to stop you, and that greatness that has been reserved for you will be there for you to consume and to take and to inherit and to enjoy. But how do you get over that hump in your life? No matter what it might be bad credit, it might be debt, it might be bills, it might be frustration, slow sales, whatever that hump is in your life, in your entrepreneurial journey, in your career. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you right now, you have to keep attacking it. You cannot become complacent. You cannot accept being second best. You cannot accept defeat. Serena Williams did not accept being mediocre. She wanted to continue to be better, but in order to be better, she had to beat the best in her world, which was her older sister Venus. Michael Jordan refused to accept mediocrity, and in order to become the greatest, he had to become the greatest in his family by becoming better than his older brother Larry. And in order to become the greatest in the NBA and a world champion, he had to defeat the Detroit Pistons. You cannot run from it. You have to continue to attack it every single day. You have to understand what you are up against, ladies and gentlemen. You have to understand that this hump is real. This hump does exist, but this hump does not define me. This hump will not keep me in the mud. This hump will not keep me from my destiny. I will continue to attack it. I will continue to run after it. I will continue to go after it. I will continue to do everything I got to do to get over it. And I will continue to have hope in myself and faith in God, that God has given me the skills, the abilities, and the talent to get over this hump. It don't matter if this hump has kept me down for 10 years, for 5 years, for 3 years, for 1 year. It does not matter. I will still succeed. So bad credit, debt, bills, slow sales, all of these things, weight loss, all of these humps in my life, all of these humps in your life will not define you. They will not stop you. But you have to have that tenacity. You have to tell yourself, I'm bigger than this hump. You have to tell yourself, I'm more dangerous than this hump. You have to tell yourself, I'm better than this hump. You have to wake up every single day, even when you are stuck in the mud, even when you are feeling defeated, even when you are feeling demoralized. You have to tell yourself that I still have hope. I still have skills. I still have the talents that God has given me. And because I still have that, I'm going to go out there regardless of what happened yesterday, regardless of what happened last month. And I'm going to continue to do what I got to do to succeed and get over this hump. So that's my message this morning, ladies and gentlemen. Very short, very straight to the point. Hump day is Wednesday, but hump day in your life is coming. Hump day is around the corner. Hump day is that day when you finally get over that hump that's been plaguing you for so long in your business, in your entrepreneurial career, in your career, no matter what it is, in your personal life. That hump that has been stopping you from getting over the hill is about to minimize itself. It's about to shrink itself because you are going to realize and understand that you are much bigger than this hump. Hump day is coming for you. I don't know what it might be, but it's coming. I don't know when it's coming, but it's coming. And you have to trust and believe that. Continue to have that faith in God, continue to have that hope, and continue to remember that God has given you the skills, the talents, and the abilities to do what you got to do to get over that hump. So if this podcast has benefited you in any way, shape, or form, I ask for two things as always. Number one, leave a 5-star review. And number two, pass it on to a friend who may benefit from it as well. So let's continue to work and let's imagine reality. Hump day is around the corner for you. Have a great day, everybody. I'll talk to you next week.